Man, TikTok is like that one cousin at the cookout. You love them, but you know they're gonna start some mess before the night's over. What's good, wave makers? Today we're diving into the wildest TikTok trends that had people out here getting canceled, arrested, and hospitalized. Some of y'all was 2 TikToks away from an FBI case, and you didn't even know it. I go by Complex, and today we're looking at some of the dumbest ways people have fumbled the bag on the For You page, and rating them on 2 factors: chaos and common sense. So grab your snacks, hit that like button before you get distracted, and remember, if you recognize yourself in any one of these trends, log off immediately.
Just hop up in my ride. I've been living life on the wild side.
Man, I still can't believe TikTok had folks thinking that they were Robin Hood out here. This whole mess started when somebody posted a video walking smooth out of Target with a cart full of snacks, like they were entitled to it.
That's right. Turns out this woman posted a TikTok video on the same day she used that false barcode. And in that video, she shows off her Target shopping spree wearing the same clothes that she was caught on camera in that Target. It takes a certain kind of person to shoplift, but another kind to post about the haul.
I think it's just bold, and I think sometimes people think that they're just going to get away with it, they're not going to get caught, and that's just not the case.
Take a look at this TikTok, showcasing a day in the life of local social media influencer Marlena Velez. She picks out her clothes, heads to Target, and proudly shows off her haul. What this video doesn't show is how she did it.
This woman was scamming the system at the self-checkout at Target.
According to KPD, Velez was able to do this by scanning a false barcode with a cheaper price, stealing over $500 worth of home goods.
No ski mask, no shame, just pure audacity. They hit that slow stroll like Target owed them reparations personally. And I can't lie, for 2 seconds, it was low-key funny. It blew up because everybody and their mama loves a stick it to the man story. Big corporations got bad PR already, so when you mix that with TikTok's favorite ingredients, fake activism and clout addiction, it was like dropping Mentos in a Pepsi bottle. Suddenly, every For You page was flooded with stealing haul videos. People thought they were revolutionaries, when really they were just boosting trail mix and Monster energy drinks. But you know how it goes. One dummy takes it too far, next thing you know, folks ain't just stealing gum and deodorant. Nah, now it's flat screens, TVs, laptops, and even a whole display case that somebody snatched like it was a souvenir. TikTok went from cute little crimes to Grand Theft Auto energy in about a week. Y'all thought security guards was just gonna rock with you stealing a 75-inch Samsung? Eventually, the hammer came down. Cops started investigating videos, stores started pressing real charges, and some folks got hit with felonies. Like, bruh, you can't oops your way out of grand larceny. Now some creators gotta explain to job interviewers why their record is longer than a CVS receipt. Hope that 100K likes was worth it. From my point of view, it was one of the dumbest flexes ever. As a black man, I'm already side-eyed in stores for taking too long to.
Hurry up and buy!
And y'all out here recording yourselves stealing. Are you trying to hand deliver yourself to the system? I'll pass. I like freedom way too much for that TikTok clout. I will rate this a 6 out of 10 on chaos because stealing from big stores was already a well-known thing before it became a TikTok trend. The difference is these folks just wanted more than the store cameras to be recording them. And I will rate this a 4 out of 10 on common sense because you know what you're doing, but you're dirt dumb to be recording it as if there's no such thing as a digital footprint. Stealing from billion-dollar companies may feel like a flex until them billion-dollar companies flex back with security footage, a lawsuit, and a one-way ticket to county jail. Stay safe, not stupid, fam. If you're enjoying, stick around because we are just getting started.
Just hop up in my ride. I've been living life on the wild side.
The Devious lick era, a cultural reset for the wrong reasons.
A new TikTok trend is inspiring students to steal items from school and even vandalize bathrooms. It's called the Devious Lick Challenge, and this morning several local school districts are warning everyone to put an end to it.
It all started with some kid on TikTok showing the soap dispenser that they yanked out of the school bathroom like it was a trophy. Homie filmed it like he just scored a game-winning touchdown. And for some reason, TikTok crowned him the new king of mischief. Of course, the idea spread faster than a group chat rumor, stealing projectors, even swiping school computers. You had high schoolers walking through the hall like looters after a Black Friday sale. It got so bad that teachers had to start locking up the pencils. Pencils. Imagine needing security clearance just to borrow a stapler. And because clout is the new crack, these licks got more and more wild. It wasn't devious anymore, it was just criminal. Some dude pulled the whole smartboard off the wall like he was repossessing it. Somebody else tried to steal a water fountain. Bruh, a water fountain? Y'all thought y'all was DIY plumbers or something. You steal a whole water fountain and post it online like as if the police don't have TikTok too. Naturally, it all came crashing down. Schools started suspending kids, pressing charges, and making examples out of folks. TikTok even banned the hashtag like that was gonna erase the chaos. Nah, the damage was already done. Some kids are still trying to explain to colleges why they have a record of armed robbery of a hand sanitizer pump. As a man who knows how fast the system loves to make an example out of us, couldn't be me. I wouldn't throw my life away for a 15-second TikTok and a busted paper towel dispenser. You know how quickly we get hit with the book by Lil Billy gets detention. 7 out of 10 in chaos because while this trend was only being done in school by kids, it got to a point where the police had to get involved and crack down on the entire trend. And I give it a 5 out of 10 on common sense because as kids you are impressionable. And following the leader on a trend like this is not as stupid as following some of the other trends we're going to talk about. But it still gives that, if your friend jump off a cliff you jump into, type of energy. If you gotta bring a toolbox to school for a prank, it is no longer a prank. It's a felony with extra steps. Just go to class.
Just hop up in my ride. I've been living life on the wild side.
I really can't say this one with a straight face. No poop July. Bro, why is this even a thing? Some genius on TikTok thought it would be hilarious to start a fake challenge where you intentionally hold your poop for an entire month. No context, no prize, and because some people will ride anyway for clout, people hopped on like it was the Oregon Trail. At first it was jokes. Folks were posting memes like, Day 4, feeling strong, while clearly looking like they were about to meet Jesus. It was a little funny seeing people act like they were surviving a war with their own digestive system. But like all bad ideas on the internet, it went from haha to blink twice if you need help. Real talk, people started taking it seriously, talking about mind over matter, while looking like they having contractions off of constipation. Some folks were flexing their bloated stomachs like it was a badge of honor. Like, bruh, this ain't Dragon Ball Z. You're not charging up your final form. You're charging up your health insurance. Then the inevitable happened. Horror stories, hospital trips, doctors on TikTok literally begging people not to participate. It got real ugly when someone bragged about lasting 2 weeks without any bowel movement, like that was a flex. Weird flex, but okay, pal. That's how you meet the Lord early. And the man that started the trend admitted that he was lying about the challenge, hopping on TikTok every day to make a constipated face.
Since we're all gonna die, there's one more secret I feel I have to share with you. I did not care for The Godfather.
What?
Did not care for The Godfather.
How can you even say that, Dad?
Didn't like it.
I was raised on amazing soul food that is supposed to leave your body when it digests. Ain't no way I'm trusting TikTok with my digestive system. You want me to willpower through barbecue season without a bathroom break? Over my dead body. Literally, y'all heard dying for likes. Couldn't be me. This trend gets a 5 out of 10 on chaos because the chaos was only happening in folks' digestive system. But the chaos that was happening was detrimental. 3 out of 10 on common sense because you have to have some core pieces of common sense missing from your brain to want to participate in this trend. If a trend makes you need emergency surgery, it's probably not the move. Poop when you need a poop, bruh. Stay regular and stay alive.
Just hop up in my ride. I've been living life on the wild side.
If there's one thing TikTok needs to never bring back, it's the Blackout challenge.
Educators are asking parents to warn their children about the dangers of participating in what's known as the Blackout Challenge.
Yeah, that's right. It's a dangerous game that pops up on social media every few years. It encourages people to hold their breath until they pass out, and it's gaining popularity with kids and teens across the country.
Yeah, somebody woke up one day and said, let's make brain damage trendy. I can't show any raw footage for guideline purposes, but at first it floated under the radar. People thought it was just some edgy dare, like the cinnamon challenge back in the day. But then more and more videos started popping up. And it got scary. Quick, folks were literally passing out mid-recording, phones dropping, heads hitting floors. Like, bruh, you're chasing likes and losing oxygen at the same time. How was that a win? The worst part? Kids started getting seriously hurt. Some even went to the upper room with Jesus. It went from haha, look what I did, to this kid's been live for an hour and has not moved for like 30 minutes. Is he dead? Yo! Kid, wake up! Wake up! Straight up tragedy.
A legal case that could change the face of social media. 10-year-old Nyla Anderson died after taking part in a so-called Blackout challenge, which went viral on TikTok. Now her family is suing the social media app. Jolene Kent has the lawsuit that's now moving forward.
She was my butterfly. She was everything.
Tawana Anderson has been fighting for years to get justice for her daughter, 10-year-old Nyla. She died in 2021 from attempting the Blackout challenge that dared people on TikTok to choke themselves until they lost consciousness.
Parents got involved, lawsuits got filed, and TikTok had to start mass deleting videos and issuing warnings. It was one of those moments where everybody had to sit back like, how did we even get this far? Listen, we've been through enough without adding self-inflicted chokeholds to the mix. My ancestors survived slavery, Jim Crow, and systemic racism. You think I'm about to throw that all away choking myself for a TikTok trend? 10 out of 10 on chaos. There were kids losing their lives for views and likes. Most of the kids were doing this and didn't see a problem with it until people started losing their lives for views and likes. This gets a 1 out of 10 on common sense because you can't use your brain properly when you don't got oxygen.
Brother, this guy stinks!
If the challenge sounds like it belongs in a name and a Mortal Kombat fatality, maybe sit this one out, Chief. Likes ain't worth your life. Take a deep breath and use it wisely.
Just hop up in my ride. I've been living life on the wild side.
Man, the wild confessions trend is when TikTok turned into a therapy session without the therapist. It started with people dropping the most outrageous, I can't believe they said that, type of confessions in the comments or full videos. Stuff like, one time, I stole my cousin's car and blamed it on the neighbor. And everybody else in the comments like, bro, same, bro. It blew up because people love messy drama when it ain't theirs. It's like digital reality TV. You don't want to look, but your soul demands it for some reason. Every scroll was another level of chaos. Confessing to stealing, cheating, lying, fighting. TikTok basically became one giant self-snitching competition. And the wildest ones always went viral, of course. TikTok had people confessing to felonies like it was 2 truths and a lie. What happened to minding your business?
My girlfriend of 2 years was actually my sister. When I was born, my parents were unfit to raise me. I was put up for adoption at a very young age. I was luckily adopted by a loving family. When I turned 25, I started working at a moving company. My partner was a 22-year-old girl. We started dating. During this time I met my girlfriend's parents. We actually were very similar. We did a ski trip together and really bonded. We dated for 2 years. Around that time, my biological parents reached out to the agency to meet me. The agency reached out to me and asked if I wanted to meet my biological parents. I told them yes. I was nervous, so I asked my girlfriend to come with me. We went inside to the agency. They had a dining hall which we met in. We went inside and I saw my girlfriend's parents sitting there. I was confused. The helper lady standing there then said, "I'll let you guys talk." Gotta say, one of the weirdest moments of my life. After some debate, the agency said there wasn't a mix-up. My biological parents put me up for adoption because they weren't fit to parent me. Then, a few years later, had another child to keep. That was my sister/girlfriend. We both stayed in the same area and even attended the same school. Somehow also going to work for the same moving company. Probably a 1 in a billion. That is one scar that will never leave my soul.
But here's the thing. Some people forgot that the internet is forever. Cops, employers, even nosy exes started connecting dots. Wait, didn't you say you set your ex's car on fire in 2019? Suddenly, the same people laughing about their wild confessions were deleting their accounts and praying that HR didn't find out. And most of them ended up taking their confessions back to Reddit, where they belong. Like these. I accidentally got paid for sex. How was that an accident? I'm 28 and can't stop picking my nose. Why are you sharing this information? I have a fake Instagram that I use to creep on exes or exes' new GFs. There's a lot of people that do that, but why let anyone know you're a digital stalker? I don't want to be gay. Is someone forcing you? Do you need help? Let me talk to you about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I had sex when I was really young with my cousin. Alright, that's enough of that. Speaking for myself, my whole life was a crash course in keeping your business off the streets. And now y'all are voluntarily telling the entire internet about some felonies over some TikTok clout? Man, my family would be on me like white on rice if I ever hopped on the internet and confessed to stealing someone's cat or setting someone's car on fire. This trend gets a 7 out of 10 on chaos because while confessing wasn't super chaotic, most of what they were confessing was. A 7 out of 10 on common sense because it only takes a small lack of common sense to confess online. But if you wouldn't tell it to a judge or your mama, you probably shouldn't tell it to 8 million strangers on TikTok. Some things are meant for the group chat, not the algorithm.
Just hop up in my ride. I've been living life on the wild side.
Man, this one, was just diabolical. The fake mental health trend popped off when folks realized that you can get views for pretending to have rare disorders. Tourette's, dissociative identity disorder, even seizures. People were acting out symptoms like it was cosplay, not raising awareness, not sharing real stories, just full-blown clout chasing. It started small. Somebody faked a stutter or a random episode, got mad engagement, and other folks saw the formula. Suddenly, everybody and their cousin had a diagnosis in their bio. People were making mental health struggles look like a TikTok trend that you could just hop on and off of depending on the week. TikTok had folks acting like they had 7 personalities but couldn't even juggle 2 part-time jobs. Make it make sense. But it spiraled fast. Real people with actual conditions started calling them out. Professionals jumped in too, like, yeah, that's not how any of this works. Even TikTok users who initially ate it up turned on them once it became obvious folks were lying for likes. Nothing ages faster than fake vulnerability on the internet. And from where I stand, man, I don't play with mental health like that. People already fight uphill battles when it comes to getting real mental health care. Watching people turn it into a social media costume? Disrespectful ain't even a word. It's spitting on something that many people are still trying to heal from. 8 out of 10 on Chaos because of the high horse that these amateur actors were on. They were faking illnesses that most people actually diagnosed with those illnesses wouldn't want to display on camera. There are 2 YouTubers I watch that have a mental illness and a disability. One is autistic, and one has Tourette syndrome. Both try their best to make content that doesn't poke and prod at your empathy. When it comes down to common sense, this trend gets a 5 out of 10 because it takes some common sense to know how to act out the symptoms and mannerisms of a disability or a mental illness. But it also takes that same lack of common sense to fake it for views. Trauma ain't an aesthetic. Disorders ain't Halloween costumes. If you need attention that bad, go live your truth, not somebody else's struggle.
Just hop up in my ride. I've been living life on the wild side.
Listen, TikTok hit a whole new low when people realized they could farm sympathy for views. Suddenly, every other video was somebody trauma dumping on a timeline, like it was a Facebook status in 2009. And I'm not talking about real, raw moments. We listen to those. I'm talking about weaponized imagination. It started off with folks showing genuine struggles. Vulnerability is powerful when it's real. But then people noticed, this video where I crack got 1.2 million likes. And boom, a new hustle was born. Folks faking tears, playing sad piano music, staring off into the distance like they in a Tyler Perry audition, and this spiraled crazy fast. You had people posting trauma like it was a part of their content calendar. Let's see, Monday, cry about my ex. Wednesday, talk about my childhood trauma with lighting and makeup. By Friday, merch drop. It got to the point where anytime someone shared something emotional, people immediately started side-eyeing it like, is this even real? From my perspective, man, that is disgusting. Real trauma already gets brushed off enough in every community. We don't need clout chasers turning it into clickbait. Healing is real work, not a TikTok trend you fake for a few extra followers. Some of us actually live through that pain for real. This trend gets a 10 out of 10 because on top of faking someone's story that is defaming someone else's character, they also waste everyone's time. The viewers, the accused, even the police who start full-blown investigations in the name of justice. Common sense? A 0 out of 10 because where is the common sense in understanding the consequences? Ever heard the term think before you act? No? Alright. If your healing journey has a sponsored link attached, you might want to sit down and rethink some things. Healing ain't performative. It's private. And it ain't about likes. If you still watching and you ain't hit that like button yet, that's crazy.
Are you not entertained?
It's cool. It's cool. But if you liking this content and even the slightest, you might as well go ahead and give it a real like. I'll wait. I appreciate you.
Just hop up in my ride. I've been living life on the wild side.
Fake giveaways are the oldest scam in the book, but TikTok somehow made them trendy again. It usually started with some big creator flashing an iPhone or PlayStation like,
just follow and comment and this can be yours.
Meanwhile, they had zero intention of giving them away. They just wanted engagement. It blew up because TikTok's algorithm loves interaction. Every comment, every like, every repost boosted them higher. So what better way to bait people than dangling free electronics in their face? Folks were flooding comment sections like,
done, I hope I win.
Not realizing they were just pumping these scammers' numbers up for free. Eventually, it got so messy that TikTok had to step in and start banning fake contests. Some creators even got exposed by their own followers when winners mysteriously couldn't be contacted or never responded in time. Bro, you mean to tell me that no one reached out to collect that free PS5? Yeah, alright.
Instead of getting the Xbox Series X or the PS5, I got something way more exciting. I got depression.
And from where I'm sitting, I smelled the scam from the jump. My folks taught me that if it sounds too good to be true, it is. And if the prize ain't sitting in front of you in person, It don't exist, fam. This scam gets a 6 out of 10 on Chaos because there wasn't too much loss for viewers, but the time it takes to comment on a post 40 plus times. There were a few giveaways that asked for money to enter, but that was usually about $5 to $10. So the chaos of this scam isn't on the same level as the meme coin scam. I give it an 8 out of 10 on common sense because for the most part, this trend is pretty harmless when you put these other trends on the scale with it. If you gotta jump through hoops like a circus tire just to maybe win a Nintendo Switch, you're not in a giveaway. You're in a pyramid scheme with extra steps. Save your dignity, kings and queens. Let them look stupid when no one comments.
Just hop up in my ride. I've been living life on the wild side.
The alpha male TikTok era was a whole fever dream.
How much are we? 250. 250. That's light.
Got my nigga right, house call. You straight?
House call.
You straight?
Yeah.
I got that shit on too.
She gotta cook, clean, fuck, shut the fuck up. Exactly. Come on, man. We off that. 50-50 nothing. We off that. 50-50 nothing. Nothing. Hold your head up, King. Your crown is falling. Okay. Talk that talk. Yeah. Talk that talk. Yeah. I hear you. If you snooze, you lose. Could never be no sucker and fall victim to anything y'all niggas be having going on. Motion is the key. First thing first in the morning, you gotta get up and get you some money, and if you ain't, ooh, hey, let me get your number. Yeah, let me get that.
Nigga, what the fuck is that on my pillow? Get the fuck out my bed, for real. What is that? What you mean no?
It started with these self-proclaimed, high-value men popping on everyone's feed, giving advice like, never text that woman back. She's gotta earn your time, King. Meanwhile, a lot of them didn't practice what they preached.
Yeah, so I saw your little podcast the other day, talking about how men run the world and women were only put here to cater to men and men have contributed more to society than women. Oh, and my personal favorite, women were not fit to be leaders. Last time I checked, I carried you for 9 months. I gave birth to you. I took the leadership role in our household when your dad was too much of a coward too. I supported all your dreams and aspirations. I gave you the advice and guidance that you still come to me for till this day. So please explain to me just how unimportant my role as a woman is in this society. Go ahead. We built the...
It blew up because there's always a market for fake confidence. Insecure dudes heard, act like you're better than everyone, and said, finally, a new personality trait.
Hey, I shot one, there's another one over there. All right, bro, I'm on my way. Yeah, Shane, all right, bet. Yeah, it's a whole squad over there.
Grown man still taking himself to fantasy land, huh?
Bro, what are you talking about, bro? I can't just play the game.
Hey, who is that? He sounds pretty negative.
No success in real life, so you find your accolades in a video game.
Bro, it ain't that deep. Will you leave me alone?
He's kind of got a point, though. This isn't the most productive we could be.
Just a lack of purpose, and your dopamine receptors are probably shot.
Bro, whatever. I'm in love with the shape of you. You're passion for Hey, bro! What the hell are you doing in here? What is wrong with you?
Fully grown man singing pop.
I didn't know Lieutenant Testosterone was on duty today. Can't even sing in the shower.
Yeah, that'll get the testosterone going.
You're the one worried about another man showering. Sounds kind of zesty. Guess we're just alike. Ugh.
Man up.
Man, shut up. Luke Cage trying to get me, man.
Happy birthday, brother.
No way. Thanks, bro.
It's a pair of nuts.
What?
Use them.
That's messed up, bro. That ain't even cool,
What,
bro.
Princess over here cared so much about his birthday? Whole grown man.
Really? Oh, my bad, bro. I didn't know it was ladylike to celebrate my birthday.
What are you, a baddie? Man up.
TikTok was flooded with clips of dudes in cheap suits ranting about female nature and how being nice was for betas. Bro, you're working part-time at Cinnabon. Relax. And naturally, it spiraled. These alphas weren't just giving terrible advice. They started beefing with anyone who disagreed, calling men who show emotion weak, telling women that they're unworthy if they don't fit their checklist. It stopped being cringe and started being flat out embarrassing.
People look at me as soon as I walk in and they're like, who is this guy?
Uh-huh.
I look like I'm going to hurt somebody.
I find you quite pleasurable.
I don't look like I walk into a place and I'm just coming to have a good time.
Well, a smile is contagious.
When I walk in, it's like I'm literally going to hurt somebody.
No one else is having these conversations.
You do not have to accept her rejection.
You know, I'd like to bet that 99% of women out there would disagree with that, but continue.
I'm a professional dating coach and I teach guys how to understand the female mind.
A professional dating coach whose first line is don't take no for an answer. Gotcha.
Don't have to accept her rejection. Now, here's an example. Talking to a girl and she said, oh, you know, I'm not really interested. Instead of just going, okay, and then just turning away, I did this. Why would you not be interested in me? I'm the best. Absolutely the best. And she's like, oh, how? I'm like, well, you'd have to come over to my house to find out.
Ah, the old come home with me and end up in my freezer while I dance around in my living room wearing your hair technique. You Casanova.
From my perspective as a man who knows that strength doesn't need a microphone every 5 seconds, this whole trend was comedy. Real men don't gotta yell, I'm an alpha male, every 10 minutes. You ever seen a lion arguing with sheep? Nah, he just walked through, silent and deadly. Y'all yelling into ring lights like it's gonna give y'all masculinity points. This trend gets a 10 out of 10 on Chaos because it has played a part in the devastating world of modern relationships, along with the modern woman trend.
Why would we pay for drinks at the Clock Hotel?
Why? Who's paying?
The old men.
You guys into sugar daddies?
Yes. We're looking for a double sugar daddy date.
What have you got to offer the sugar daddy?
We have nothing. Ones where they don't want me. And
Fred Gang.
my friends are strippers.
Girls, can you tell us something your mum doesn't know?
We are both cocaine addicts. We love coke.
You're gonna expire before the age of 25. By the age of 35, literally no man's gonna want you. Let's talk.
Babe, it's for the time. You get me flowers for the world, and it's hours for the moolah, for the power, babe. And no, I will never, ever give you up. And I want to say.
More people are single these days than ever before, thanks to these trends that tell you to be delusional about the type of woman or men you should settle down with. I give it a 5 out of 10 in common sense because there is some sense in some of the things that both genders want and need from each other, but it's definitely become outlandish on both sides. If you need a 40-minute TikTok rant to prove you're dominant, you're probably not. Real kings move in silence, and probably don't record 19 podcasts a week crying about women.
Just hop up in my ride. I've been living life on the wild side.
Nothing exposed people's true colors like TikTok trends that involved bullying minimum wage workers. This nonsense started when people realized it was funny to record themselves being dickheads at Starbucks, McDonald's, Target, anywhere where folks were just trying to clock in, survive the shift, and go home.
First day? It's my first day at work.
I really love that for you. You gotta go.
I don't want to hear your smart ass anymore, okay?
Sir.
So take the vest off, both of you.
I was practicing my Ray Rice.
Take the vest off right now.
Sir, I cannot do that.
Yeah, you can. Take the vest off.
Can you take yours off?
I don't have to. I work here.
I don't know if you work here. Are you sure? He doesn't work here, does he?
Yes.
Been here for quite a while.
How long?
Okay. Longer than you.
Got my sign here. Gotta hang it up. Employee certified. Oh, excuse me. How you doing, boss? Oh. Yeah, we're just shopping around. We're just have to back up. Why can I not be in here? I'm a customer. Look at my shirt. It says customer on it. But I'm just shopping around. Like, come on now. You saw a sign on the door, right?
Come on, bro. Like, just tighten up, bro.
What does that mean? Tighten up?
Tighten up, bro.
What does tighten up mean? Alright, I'm about to go shop though. Whoa, you can't press me though, bro.
Tighten up, bro. Like.
It blew up because, shocker, mean behavior often gets views. Folks love mess when it ain't aimed at them. Videos would pop off showing people throwing fits over the wrong coffee order, fake arguing about prices, even pretending to slip and fall and cause drama. Imagine flexing on a Starbucks worker who makes your frappuccino. You bold, but you also finna get 2 pumps of dish soap in your next drink. Basically, they made a sport out of humiliating people that couldn't clap back the same way they would off the clock. But karma came quick. Some workers started recording right back, exposing rude customers for who they were.
Cool.
All right, I'll send your office.
Me too.
Perfect.
And I get paid.
Good. And you're about to be fired. That's what you're about to be.
No, I'm not.
Oh, yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. Is that mine? Can I get a straw with that, please?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. She won't budge. I appreciate you. Can I get a receipt as well? With the dumbass's name on there?
It's not my name on there.
Okay.
But you can see it right here.
All right.
No.
I'll print your receipt.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Actually, you can go ahead and refund me.
I won't.
Yes, you
will.
will.
Got your drink.
There's. Oh.
Okay.
There's.
Yeah, keep going. I'm gonna press charges on you.
Go ahead.
Keep going.
Go ahead. Press your charges.
I will. Thank you.
I think we're seeing more and more of these, assaulting people in the service industry just because I want to, right? Just on a
TikTok users weren't having it either. People got called out, canceled, even fired when their bosses saw how they acted in public. Turns out your little funny video ain't so cute when your job application gets denied because you're out here going viral for being a terrible human being. And I've watched aunties, cousins, and friends grind in customer service jobs. I've been in it too. It hits different. Ain't nothing funny about clowning people just trying to pay their rent. Y'all out here turning workers into punchlines while sipping frappuccinos made by the same folks you disrespected. That's lame behavior. The chaos of this trend gets an 8 out of 10 because while the backbone of our economy only has to deal with talking to an adult that identifies as an infant, it is beyond stressful dealing with someone that just scoots into your life just to piss you off.
Let's go.
Get the fuck out! Fucking bald-headed ass! Come over here and beat that your ass. You little fucking bitch ass, motherfucker. Fuck off, motherfucker. You fucking retarded.
Get in the truck.
Get your ass back in your fucking car. Get your fucking head in. Get your ass back in your fucking car, retard. Fucking bitch.
Yep, you're getting fired today.
You know what? You can suck my dick. Go.
Lose your job.
I'm sure many workers wanted to clock out, take him around the corner, and beat his ass. This trend gets a 2 out of 10 on common sense because I personally feel like anyone going off or purposely irritating any customer service worker needs to take a few steps back and realize what's going on. They didn't make the rules, and they shouldn't have to deal with an adult who brought a camera to film themselves regressing in age. If you need to bully the cashier to feel important, you ain't a boss. You're just another sad TikTok villain waiting for your downfall arc. Sucks to suck. And that wave makers is just a little reminder that clout is a hell of a drug. If today's video triggered any flashbacks of your TikTok era, don't worry. Redemption is real. Start by pooping regularly or not choking yourself out on camera, and we can build from there. If you enjoyed this walk through TikTok's Hall of Shame, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe so you don't miss more commentary, and drop a comment telling me which trend was the absolute worst, or confess the dumbest TikTok trend that you almost fell for. Matter of fact, comment which trend made you lose hope in humanity the fastest. I need to know who else is spiritually tired out here. If you made it all the way to the end, you are an amazing person, and your support goes a long way in helping me provide more thoughtful and engaging content as we grow. Until next time, much love. We out of here. Peace.
Wait.